Gordy, thank you for joining me.
Yes, let's have some fun today.
Yeah. So you were in this movie, The Fuzzies.
Yeah.
What? How did that come about? How did you get the role to get into that movie?
So it's, you know of Actors Access, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, so I was just like obsessively submitting in regions I'm not in because I was like, there's like, you never know. So I would go down the list of all of the regions and Actors Access, and they're on the West Coast. I'm currently in Louisiana, but I'm moving to Brooklyn in like less than a month and a half. But
Okay.
but at the time I was in Louisiana, I was like, I gotta get out there. And so I just submitted. And then luckily Dustin, who is a producer and actor in it, Dustin
Hmm.
Vout, that's how you say his name. Oh my God, he's gonna be like, it's Vought. It looks like Vout to me.
Well.
Um, but anyway, thank goodness he's like an experienced actor and producer, and doesn't mind like flying actors out. That's like
Hmm.
where I was like, okay, cool. So it all worked out, but I found it because I was obsessively clicking through breakdowns. And then I don't know, I've been obsessed with puppets since I was a kid, so the brief of the character was really awesome. I was like, I want to do that. That sounds like
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
That's awesome. So, how did your career start? How did you start getting into acting?
Well, I think it's like maybe this is like most actors, or maybe not. Actually, I shouldn't assume, but I don't know. I've always loved it since I was a kid. I was obsessed with it. Even though I come from the middle of nowhere. I'm from this small town called Elmer,
Okay.
and it doesn't really have anything, but there is like bigger, smaller town next to us that has a
Hmm.
library. And so when I was like 8, I saw this acting book there, and I remember wanting to rent it and not. And then my grandma took me back so I could rent it. And then I would just like go in my room with this book from this middle of nowhere, Podunk, Louisiana library, and just like use the exercises in it. Um, it was always something I wanted to do and loved, and then I went to film school, and then that's when I met the right people who helped me realize I could do this for my life. So I had to meet the right people to choose to finally pursue it as a career.
That's awesome. So,
Hmm.
So doing this as a career, is it like did you start like when you first started out, did you do like little projects with it at first, or did you just jump right into like big time trying to do like movies?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I went to film school. I'm a part of the YouTube era. Uh,
Okay.
we all made movies when YouTube became a thing.
Yeah.
Again,
Everybody did.
yeah. So I was making movies in middle school and high school. I made my first feature before I turned 18. I finished it. So I've always kind of been very, what is it, determined? Is that the right word? Like I've
Yeah.
always kind of always wanted to do this. I've never really liked um normal goals like school and like normal jobs and stuff. Like I've never really felt like I belonged in those. And so I always gave myself something to look forward to and to pursue outside of everyday things. So I was always making something. And with acting, I did a lot of comedy in high school. I started improv at 14, and then I did sketch groups with this theater group called Lanyap Theater in Alexandria, Louisiana, which is like a 25 to 30-minute drive from where I'm from. So I was
Hmm.
lucky that was close to me because they taught me a lot about just like being in a safe space with theater, and the act of creating. It taught me to be creative, them over there. And I don't know. I just always loved acting. So I'll do anything. I do small things now. I just made like a fun little 5-minute okay shoot with my best friend in Atlanta. I mean, it
Nice.
was fun. I don't know. I want, of course, like my goal is a career, but I just love the craft of it so much that when I'm not booking, I look for opportunities to act. I just can't. I don't like that feeling of not practicing or expressing. So. I'm always doing something.
So you're always doing something
Yeah.
in it. Okay, that's good. That's good.
Mhm.
Now, being on set with the Fuzzies, what was that like for you?
So I played Shirley Drisdale. Just to explain the plot to everyone, basically, my character, Shirley Drisdale, is a 1970s kid show host on the show Sunny Smiles, and I have this puppet named Sunny, and it's what you would imagine a kid show would be like. Think Lamb Chop and think Pee Wee Herman
Hmm.
morphed into one show because it's
Hmm.
very colorful and very, it's that one quintessential puppet character with the quintessential kid show host.
Hmm.
And then, of course, at the beginning of the film, this is not a spoiler because it's in the trailer, but
Hmm.
basically, my character has died and has left my estate well, yeah, my estate to former high school friends of mine, which is like people I hadn't actually spoken to in over like 2 decades, it feels like, or 15 years,
Hmm.
whatever, however old I look, I guess. No,
I
and
get that.
and so uh my only request is that they find my puppet Sunny. And when they go to my estate to look for Sunny, that's when it becomes the horror comedy, I would say, that you see advertised as like, and everything's not as it seemed, my smile's not as it seemed, etc. So instead, I got to be. They built a entire set for the show in
Hmm.
a basement of theirs, and so I got to be a kid show host. They wrote an episode segment, and
Yeah.
so I got to shoot that, which was really fun, and there's clips of it throughout the movie. And for me it was just a lot of fun. I'm a ventriloquist, so I got to do that because I played both Sunny and Shirley, which I loved that they let me, because they didn't know if I would play both at the time, because like I was cast as Shirley, but maybe they wanted to cast Sunny, the like main puppet, um,
Hmm.
with someone else's voice. But I think with what the film is about and how it like is through the lens of Shirley's lived experience of being this lonely, famous kid show host who was bullied as a kid or in high
Hmm.
school, and how the puppets are constantly asking, "Would you be my friend?" There's like a loneliness to Miss Shirley. I personally think that me being able to play both Sunny and Shirley, there's this relationship you have as a ventriloquist with your puppet and like the character.
Hmm.
And I don't know, maybe other ventriloquists can speak to this, but it feels like a separate person or character. Like it doesn't feel like you when you get really in the flow state of playing both parts, like yourself
Hmm.
and like Shirley and Sunny.
Yeah.
There is a difference there. It's two different mindsets. However, there's no question that they both come from me. Like I am the source of both, even though
Bro. Yeah.
in my imagination it's not the same. So I always thought there's this ominous character, Sunny Smiles, this puppet who turns out to be evil and has this
Hmm.
like gang of terrifying puppet soldiers that
Yeah.
for whim.
It,
Um,
it was wild.
I know, you know what I mean, though. That's like, to
Hmm.
me, Miss Shirley's. It's like the shadows of mental health. There's so many mental health references throughout. I
Hmm.
don't know if you
Yeah.
caught those, but just like the smiles and the frowns, and in the photographs of that they find of Miss Shirley, she's never smiling. And I think that that can be our inner demons. What Sunny represented to me was like maybe how we are abusive towards ourselves.
Hmm.
So me being able to play Sunny and Miss Shirley, even we were just little painted decorations throughout the
Hmm.
main film, I don't know, to me it made it so made the themes throughout the movie to me more meaningful.
Yeah.
um yeah, because there's a lot of mental health stuff in there.
Oh yeah, I noticed that like
Mhm.
the colors, the whole different colors, the different you could see the smiles, like you said, the
Mhm,
upside downs, and it being sad and being happy, and then being like angry towards the people being in the house, and then
mhm.
the things that happen in this house while these people are there. You can definitely tell that like the house is upset that their
Yeah.
owner is gone. Like the and Sonny is there still, but the person that controlled them all is not there. So it's like
Yeah.
you can tell there's like a separation, like
Mhm, and I
the anxiety.
yeah, and I like to also believe that even though Sunny is this demonic entity of questionable origins, they're still in the body of a child. So I like to imagine that there's tantrums involved in the manifestation of this entity. So
Hmm.
like even though Shirley's an adult at that point, in my mind, I have created this whole backstory. I don't this is not this is what I
Hey,
used. Yeah, I
that's
can give
awesome.
it, but Josh Funk, the director and
Yeah.
creator, and Dustin, the writer and creator too, and the producer,
Hmm.
I will say when it's what I used to be the characters in the movie, and then I'll be like, this is in the movie. This is what
Yeah.
I used to interpret how I interpreted the film. I
Hmm.
also there were themes of when I was breaking down the script, there were themes of addiction in there with Dustin's character. You know, he's
Hmm.
like drinking a lot and snorting the
Yeah.
cocaine
Yeah.
in, on the childhood picture. But I also think that because of that, I another reason why I was glad that Shirley and I got to play Shirley and Sunny is that's also inner demons, addictions and inner demon. It's self harm,
Hmm. Yeah.
and I feel like I don't know. It's like I played with both in the work. I played with the idea that you can have abusive relationships and toxic codependency, and those
Hmm.
are very real things that people experience. While also you can have toxic codependency with yourself
Hmm.
for
Yep.
like you can have that same thing like because the addiction was shown with Dustin's character and all that kind of stuff. So to me, I had a lot of fun playing with an external codependent toxic relationship with
Hmm.
Sunny that there's an entity, but also like like with the ventriloquism of it all and how it all comes from you. It's just meta as hell, and I loved it. For
Hmm.
me, that was very fascinating. I
Yeah.
also thanks for letting me talk about this.
Yeah.
I also really loved the idea that Sunny never wanted Shirley to grow up.
Yeah.
There,
She always wanted to stay
yeah,
that like young. Yeah.
yeah, there's because there's such an innocence about. I mean, at least how I played Shirley, it to me it felt like someone trapped in this kids show with no outside adult friends. But you're, I mean,
Hmm.
I'm in my 30s, and so I'm like, well, what would it be like if your only connections, your true connections, stopped in high school, and you all you have left really
Is that?
are your puppets,
Hmm.
and it's a puppet that's 5 years old in my mind.
Hmm.
And so I always like the idea that Sunny has extreme anxious attachment
Hmm.
where like Shirley can't grow up.
Yeah. You could tell that in the movie too, because it's like
Yeah.
because when Sonny's there and it's only Sonny,
Mhm.
and your character's gone, so it's like okay, you're there, but you're not there.
Mhm.
But the Sonny's like, I want my friend back, my
Mhm.
only friend that that I've been with forever,
Mhm.
because you all abandoned her, made fun of her, and bullied her. So that was I caught on to that right away. It's like that's why it was like when the video clip was playing, it
Mhm.
named those three people that are in the room,
Mhm.
and you can see Rose rewinds it and tries to listen to it again to see if it does it again, and then it just corrupts. So
Yeah.
you can, it's like, wait a minute, was that actually like supposed to? And they're all trying to figure that out if it was supposed to happen that way, or is that just random that it was part of that episode?
I like to again, this is how I interpret it. Everyone, this
Hmm.
has not been confirmed
Yeah.
by the director or anything. how I interpreted it as the actor is there's an element of Shirley trying to come through to help them, but
Hmm.
then Sunny's still in control of her. In my mind, like the way I played that, I don't know if you rewatch it, that
Hmm.
particular beat you're talking about, I was playing it like as if Sunny had a gun to my head and she was forcing me to do it.
Yeah.
Not, and I don't want her to hurt them. So like, and then there me and Josh on set played around with me also being Sunny because I think that there's an element of Sunny has a lot of control in the house. So like certain clips of Shirley that pop up, you kind of have this ominous feeling,
Hmm.
and it's almost like, yeah, okay, I was controlling the puppet, but really the puppet was controlling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I feel like she came. I also played that was also meta, like going from playing the Sunny with just like the puppet, and then
Hmm.
embodying it in Shirley. It's so fun. It's just I think an actor's dream to be able to play two characters at once. I don't know. I think it's fun.
Now at the end, when
Yeah.
you're at the end, it is like you're the puppet under the steps. Is that was that you at first under the steps and then it becomes a puppet, or was that actually just a puppet the whole time?
I think that I don't know what that was. I wasn't there for that shoot. So for me, I'm gonna say that was Sunny. I'm gonna say that I after watching the movie, because so I've made a lot of assumptions when interpreting the script. I
Okay.
basically they shot most of the film without me there. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, so like they shot majority of the movie the year before, and then I
Okay.
came in because I was the missing piece. Excuse me, I burped.
No, you're good.
Anyway, that was sexy. But no, they were still trying to find their Miss Shirley. So I came in later, which is so interesting. Uh all the TV stuff we filmed. Yeah, so it's just what you're talking about when so I have the same kind of aspects of perception as you.
Okay.
When I saw that, it made me realize like, oh, maybe all of the puppets were previously humans that
That just
Sunny killed.
and just took over as puppets.
Yeah. Because like you notice Dustin also whenever I don't know if this is intentional or not because it's stop
Hmm.
motion and
Yeah.
like every time that there was a manipulation of what Sunny's powers were really interesting to me, like what she was capable of because like
Oh
he would
yeah.
when he was sucked into the toilet with stop motion, so it's like, oh, did she just turn him into a claymation and then he's a puppet? It's like I
Hmm.
think that's a question for Josh, and I don't know if Josh would want to tell you the answer. So I'm also just kind of like theorizing things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that, like, so it was like because I watched the ending several times now, so like I've watched that over and over. That like the ending and the
Oh,
whole
it's
like
so
the
cool.
movie,
That
and
part's
the
so
movie
cool.
itself is just awesome. Like I just the entire bathroom scene
I
itself
know, so good.
is what freaks me out the most now. It's like I can't use the bathroom at certain times of night
Really?
because like I freak out. I turn the lights on. I'm like, all right. I look around,
There's no
make
little
sure.
boy in a poster that's gonna come kill
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I make sure there's no like. I'm looking to make sure there's no puppets or anything because I'm like, nope, nope, not for me.
Yeah.
And we talked about that with the director too. Is like that scene is
It's
like
so good.
is the best scene of the movie,
Hmm.
and I did like the fact that like that scene alone, you can tell that like the puppets are upset. It doesn't matter who you were; they were upset of what was going on because
Yeah.
you're looking for Sunny to take her away
And also
from
like
them.
grief too, right? They're experiencing if they're a manifestation
Hmm.
of grief, that's I love the way you're talking about it because it is grief too. And
Hmm.
that's what's curious. You're bringing me back to the work I did. Um, I feel as though, oh man, there is an anger in grief. There's an anger.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't have more to say. I just appreciate the way you worded that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I love the movie. That was the fantastic, and your work in the movie was fantastic. We couldn't ask for a better person to do both. to be honest,
Very sweet. Thank you.
because the
I want
fact
to
that
do
you
more.
did this.
I like commented. I was like, are we gonna make a prequel? I want to do more. I'm like,
I
let's
would
go.
love for a prequel or a sequel or something to tell more of it, or even if we could get a just a cartoon TV series
Oh yeah, that
going.
would be cool. I bet they would love that. Or just like not even just cartoon, like they do a lot of really cool stop motion. So like mixing
Yeah.
all the animation and stuff.
Yeah, just
Really cool.
having like the TV series itself, like the cartoon, like the not the cartoon per se, but the TV show that
Oh
you played
yeah.
in, have that as the like a show
But
that
like
would
have secret stuff happening. I don't know. I feel like I would
yeah.
want to do like okay, we're like writing the next movie. But like in my head, I would want it to be like backstage stuff and the
Mhm.
episode. And you could like I don't know if you saw the movie with David Dasmalchian. What was it called? Crap.
Not ringing a bell to me.
It's the one where he's the 70s show host. And then it's like a God, why is it not coming to me? I have to Google this right now. Hold on.
Go ahead.
But it basically in the it's also in the 70s, which is why I'm like probably why I was like, oh, that's
Yeah,
like
because I can tell that was the movie kind of took place around the same
I
time
think the year
frame.
I chose was 1978 because of a song they wrote,
They used.
Tim's song they wrote to get the vibe in. I think
Mhm.
it's like Puppets by Depeche Mode. I think that it was written Late Night with the Devil. Okay, I just
Late
remember.
Night with the Devil. Okay.
Yeah, no, look it up. You'll really like it. But like, imagine that as a kid's show. So like the concept of it is like he like opens up the demon world while on his late night talk show, which is fine.
Okay.
I know it was a great movie. And
Interesting.
but
I
imagine if you was it instead of that, it was like the sound stage of a kid's show, and there's some shit going down. I don't know.
That would be awesome.
I know, and then we could do like some stuff like I always imagine like oh god, we're writing the movie. I'm gonna write the movie again. Like, because I had to wear a wig for Shirley because they
Mhm.
wanted me to, and I had really short hair. But I'm always like, when you can tell a character's wearing a wig, I'm like, well, why? And I'm always like, well, Sunny maybe like didn't want Shirley to date anybody because she didn't want her to grow up and get like a boyfriend or something. And so she
Yeah.
shaved her head. Like I could just see Shirley taking off the freaking wig in the
Wig
back
and it just be nothing.
and there's nothing and then you're just like oh this poor person. I don't know, it could be really sad though. But like
Yeah.
I could see like so many cool things happening, especially like if we had a big huge budget we could really make it the 70s and I don't know period piece with puppets like oh come on be so cool.
Yeah. So you weren't on set a whole lot, but when you were, how did it feel being there? Like your vibe being there.
Oh, it was awesome. Everyone, it's just a great, they created a whole world, which is like
Mhm.
my obsession. I don't know if you like puppets, then you like Jim Henson, most likely. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
assume. I don't like to assume.
Yeah.
Like you like to be enveloped in fantasy world or just like worlds that are heightened or worlds that don't apologize for what they are. And
Mhm.
so you could just when you walked on set you could see the care and the dedication and the time they put into what you watch like you it's just you like the house like think of the house I got to go there too because
Mhm.
we shot Shirley throughout and then we did a little clip a little stop motion clip in the basement
Mhm.
and then I got to be on the kids show set too which I don't know I don't think the other cast members got to experience that so
Yeah, no, they didn't get that we know of. We didn't really notice that they got to go to the kids
I don't
set.
think they did. I bet
No.
it wasn't built yet.
No. Not for them.
So, so just being there was just like, and then seeing it finally, um, on in the film, like the fully edited version, it just really pops on screen, just like how everything is so specific.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Now, did you get to see it with the rest of the cast, or did you go out and see it on your own?
I'm all the way over here, so I didn't. It would have
Okay.
been cool though. Chico's a cool little town. They're based in Chico, the
Yeah.
filmmakers, and it's a little small California town, but it's really sweet and cute, and that would have been so fun. But nah, I had to watch it. I just stream it here in Louisiana. So
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
mhm.
So, your family, did your family love the fact that you made it to a movie? And
Well, yeah, I've been in more than this one. They do like that I'm in a movie that they can stream. I have a two. I don't know how many movies I have on Amazon. I think three, four on Amazon Prime, but this is the first one that's on. Well, I have one on iTunes. Is
mm,
that the same thing? But you have to purchase them, right? I don't know.
yeah.
They like that they could stream this one because it on May 1st it came out on multiple platforms. They appreciated that it's available on multiple platforms with ads. They were
Hmm.
like, "Whoa, you can see this anywhere." Well, not anywhere on the specific platforms. It
Yeah,
makes
on these specific platforms
yeah,
with,
but I was
yeah.
like, I think that they were like, "That's awesome," and they also liked that I wasn't in like a sad drama.
Mm,
Uh, Even though my character died, my mom always likes to scream at me because I always pick characters who died. And spoiler alert, but Shirley's dead at the beginning of the movie, so it's not a spoiler for the
mm,
Fuzzies.
yeah.
But I think they were happy that it was fun for the majority of the time,
Yeah.
but also they were scared by it. That's what
Yeah.
my aunt said. My aunt said she's. I haven't talked to her fully about it, but she said she got scared. So I was like, oh, okay, sorry.
Now, do you like doing horror movies?
Like this, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think I've gotten more into the idea of doing horror because I've gotten more into the genre myself in my real life. So now I'm
Mm,
like, yeah, I want to. Depends on the horror. Like, I want it to be a good script. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want it to
mm,
be fun and like not just like a slasher movie with like some naked girl running around. I mean, I don't know. Feminism has occurred more regularly in these
mhm.
times, so I'm assuming that's not gonna happen quite as often. But you know, it would be cool if the script had substance and like this was so unique. It's like awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a puppeteer and a ventriloquist though, so this is just like right up my alley.
Now, did you play any of the other characters and do like
Mm-mm.
voices, or just Sonny's?
Just Sunny and Shirley, which is enough for me. I think that I know that Josh got his son to do a commercial in it, which is really cute. The cereal commercial. That was
Yeah.
that was Josh's son, which is really adorable. And I know Dustin's son was in a little clip of the little baby. I don't. You probably don't remember this clip, but I only remember it because I met Dustin's son. But like basically, like the baby that throws the rose on Miss Shirley is like tribute area.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. The
I know it's
beginning.
just cute to see. So like, I'm glad I didn't because I bet they got like a bunch of their family and friends to do it. So.
That's cool.
Hmm.
That's it's awesome that you got to do this kind of movie. Did
Hmm.
would you do anything like this again?
Of course, I just wrote the sequel. Let's go.
Yeah.
We wrote the sequel together.
Yeah.
Hey,
There.
where's the producer?
Yeah. Yeah. And let's get the
Where's that
producer on
money?
here.
We need
Let's
that
go.
money.
I I'll write a check. Just throw it out there. Just tell me how much we need.
It may not go through, but you know what?
Yeah.
We wrote it, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah. No, this movie was outstanding. Like I said, I loved every minute of it. The laughs, the horror in it itself, the funniness of it, knowing that it's like puppets,
Yeah.
and the fact that you played both parts,
Ugh, loved it.
and going back and forwards. The Was it easy for you to transition the voice
Yes.
from yours to Sonny's?
Yes, because I practiced. And how I practice is really boring, but I can tell you. I'll get a book. I wish I had a book right here. Um, I'll literally like I'm doing it right now. Like when I warm up for ventriloquism, I'm like use The Shining. I usually use like Stephen King because I think it's so funny to go from
Mhm.
like into a puppet voice, like talking about entrails coming out of someone's body. I don't know. I think it's funny. Um,
Mhm.
but I'll just read one sentence in my normal voice, and then I'll switch up to this. There was a lot of nasal shit for Sunny because she's a child. I had to really like because Miss Shirley is higher than me too, but she's not quite as high as Sunny. And I want to make sure this is Sunny on the show, but then this is Sunny not on the show. There's like different versions, but
That is awesome.
it's fun, right? But
Yeah.
then I had to do it without moving my mouth. Sunny is a hard character to play only because she's so high up. You kind of have to warm up every time
Yeah.
because you don't want to mess up your vocal cords. Shirley's in this place where it's just like fine. She's like my I don't know. It made sense for Shirley to have a voice a little bit higher than mine. I'd go on there and be like, "Welcome, kids."
Yeah.
It was like my work
Kids, welcome to the show.
with my energy, but no. Was it hard? No, it's so fun, but I'm also obsessed. So like, and I'm meticulous and I practice a lot. Yeah, I actually,
Yeah.
this was like we shot this like I can admit this now. I think a year and a half ago we shot it. Now
Hmm.
I learned ventriloquism for this movie.
No,
I
you did
lied.
not.
I said I can do ventriloquism.
What? What?
I
No.
I've been a ventriloquist for actively for a year and a half now. But
Really?
I was just a puppet enthusiast before this movie, and then I was like, oh, I'm making a pilot, which you should follow because I think you'll like it. It's straight up a comedy. It's more of like a comedy with horror elements, not like a
Okay.
horror with comedy elements like the Fuzzies.
Hmm.
But I've been obsessed with puppets for forever. And I've owned a puppet. My first paycheck from a TV show, I used it to buy a puppet. Like that's like I was like, like that's not normal, but it's great. It's a good thing. But yeah, no, I was like, I saw this breakdown, and I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna say I've done it before, and then I was like, it's gonna force me to finally use my puppets, and it did, and now I've not stopped using puppets. So
Wow.
yeah,
So you didn't you'd never done this before, and you just
no,
went on set and did it.
I practiced every single
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had like a
But
month and a half. I learned it in a month and a half. I was like, let's do it. But I'm so obsessed that like it was destiny. I think it was destiny.
wow, I'm blown away because you couldn't tell that like
No. But
you
I
can't.
get obsessive. I've had to learn a lot of hard things in movies. I feel like acting is pretending you're an expert at something you've never done before. So like acting is just pretending like you know what you're doing. Like doctors on camera, like on the TV show. They're not doctors. They're
They're
just
not
saying
real. Yeah.
they're saying medical terms, moving things
Yeah.
around, tubes and stuff. They
Mm.
don't know what they're doing. They just have to pretend they know what they're doing. Like House, like that British Doctor House.
Yeah.
I didn't know what
He
he was
has
doing.
no.
He had to pretend he was an asshole who knew everything. But the actual guy who played him,
That's
he had to learn his lines.
that's true.
Yeah. So
Oh man, this is this is fun. So my my last question here
okay.
is all right. So we asked this question to everyone. If there was a movie out there that you had a chance to be in, or even uh there was a rewrite, a redo to it,
Oh,
what would you rather be in something new, or would you rather be in something that's like remade?
oh, oh my god. I want to be in the reboot of Buffy that got canceled. That's what I want, and I want to be a villain. I want
Want
to
to
be
be
a
a
funny
villain?
villain like Glory.
Okay,
You know what I'm talking about? Do you
I
watch
can
that
see
show?
it.
It's great.
I can see you doing that. Because yeah, I can see you doing that.
They messed
'Cause-
up. I grew up on that show. That's the reason I make movies. That's the reason why I'm even acting is that TV show. And they were like, I was like, well, at least I have an agent now. Though it's so hard to get in rooms like that. It's so hard to get in the rooms you want to be in. But I could
yeah,
have figured out a way. I would have
yeah,
figured it out. I would have walked around Hollywood screaming, and that would have worked, right? It worked.
yeah. It would work.
Hmm.
I can see you doing that. It's
Thank
being
you.
the villain because you did Sunny, and Sunny's this puppet villain. I could see you being the actual villain in a movie or a TV series.
I think it's more fun to be a villain than it is to be the good guy.
Yeah,
Like at least on a show
yeah.
like that. On a show like that, you're like, yeah. Now if it's like a real drama and you have to be like a creep, I don't know. I don't know. No.
So where can people show you love and support on social media?
Okay, I would love it for everyone listening to this podcast. My TV show is called Sweet Feenies. I've been working on the concept for 11 years. Oh my god, what the heck? We're shooting in exactly. Well, we're shooting this weekend inserts, but that doesn't count. We're shooting. Well, we start shooting on the 16th. The main shoot starts on the 28th of
Okay.
May. This is 11 years coming. It's a show called Sweet Feenies on Instagram and TikTok, and we have 990 followers. We're 10 away from 1K. I would love it if 10 people listening to my beautiful, harmoniously sexy voice right now would go and subscribe. I know it's like not that many people, but like, I don't know. It's just so close. That's so exciting to me to be like so close to 1K. But anyway, doesn't matter. Numbers don't matter. The plot of the
Hmm.
show is this woman named Sue Fearson
Hmm.
moves to Dolman City and finds out there's a portal in her coat closet where creatures called Sweet Feenies come out and make her adult life zany. So my big thing is I wanted to create a show like Adventure Time where like an 8-year-old would watch it, but also like a 47-year-old smoking weed watches it, right? Like it's like got this
Hmm.
vast audience because it speaks to all of our inner child, all of our like da 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 da.
Hmm.
So it's for me, I call it a kid show for adults because I'm never not gonna have themes that are very like hard to figure out, but it's going to be through this comedy lens that makes it easier. So that my whole purpose of the show is to just is to just laugh at everything that's sad.
All right.
That's it. All right. No, I'm kidding.
No,
No,
that's awesome.
no, I think you'll like it. You should check it out. And that's like, yeah, that's what I want. People go to Sweet Feenies. It's spelled SweetFeenies.
Sweet Feenies. All right.
Mhm.
Everybody check that
Also,
out.
yeah, and then also it's so funny because I've been working on that for like forever, and then the Fuzzies came up, and I was like, the Fuzzies,
Got-
Phoenix, I got to be a part of this.
Gotta stop this for a minute and go to this.
Yeah, I was like, this is awesome. So yeah,
But thank you for joining me. I've had a great time with you on here.
love
It's
it.
been it's been fun.
Awesome. I'm glad you had a good time. I had a good time too.